From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV, at Tommy Max, at my bar, of course, and brought to you by our good friends at Carpet Man Flooring. Operation Barnabas is back. Always great to have them back, and we're going to announce something very cool. It's called the 5-Minute Salute, where we host and entertain our great veterans out there in Northeast Florida and beyond. Let's welcome in the panel. Jackson Green is here. Hey, Jackson. How are you, man?
Doing great, thank you.
They brought the family in, did they? Huh? Is that right? Father John, how are you, John?
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Tyler, my man.
What's up, brother?
How you guys doing?
Living the dream.
Thank you so much for coming on board and being part of the 5-Minute Salute, man. I love talking to our vets like you guys and everybody else that comes through, so that's awesome. What's the latest on Operation Barnabas?
Right now we're still working on the Fort Barnabas. So
Yeah.
we're working on the property. We got a land survey coming up in the next few weeks. Also working on our 2024 signature event.
Cool.
Just kind of working through that and being able to help veterans throughout the community. We're still out here, so we are kind of adjusting the way that we mentor. So
Yep.
we're mentoring some people. We're trying to catch them before they get to the homeless portion.
Yes,
So
right.
before it was pretty much we were dealing with mostly homeless people. Well, now we're realizing, okay, what if we can catch this before they get to the homeless portion?
Sure.
What if we can get in that relationship portion and be able to get them financial help, get them counseling, get them a mentor that walks through life with them during that struggle, and we can completely skip the whole homelessness, which ends up
Right.
into the suicidal tendencies.
Absolutely.
So as we keep growing, we just more mentors are coming. We have a good core group of about 20 people that are showing up every Tuesday night.
Yep.
And just building that relationship, building it, and however far it goes is how far it goes.
That's all. That's all. John, let me ask, and I'm only asking because I don't know the question, but PTSD has to be a big part of everything that veterans go through, or a part. Do people that suffer from that, they want like-minded people that suffer from it as well? Like, I mean, how do you figure that whole thing out?
I think what we've discovered over the last 6 years is that these guys, it's not necessarily that it's somebody that's gone through exactly, because Trey and I, like I said, I'm a concerned civilian. So
Yep.
Trey, when I first met Trey, our founder, his wife said, he's telling John stuff I don't even know as his wife.
Right.
So I think people just, they want community and connection.
Yeah.
They want to know that this person, and that's what
Yeah.
makes Barnabas. Barnabas is we don't assign our mentors caseloads.
Yeah.
It's one-to-one. And so having that one person that will just listen, I think I just listened. I think that's
Right.
what it was. I
Just
just
listening
and I was
to him.
willing to be a part of his life.
Yeah, so the reason I asked it, so my father is, my father was a B-24 bomber pilot, prisoner of war in World War II, shot down on his 23rd mission. They never diagnosed him with PTSD, but he had to have had it, I would imagine, right? And how do you relate to somebody that hasn't gone through it, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some of that connection. And at the end of the day, it's all about the connection, right?
And it's a teamwork thing because, like I said,
Yep.
what I haven't experienced, maybe he
Sure.
has. And so
Yeah.
that's why that group on Tuesday nights that we've put together,
Yeah.
you do build that community of guys that, hey, I'm just a good listener and I'm here to tell you I love you and care about you.
Yep.
But maybe this guy has been in that seat where you've sat,
Sure.
and now you can connect with him too.
Yeah, on a deeper level.
So I have to think. So I always try to. I'm a sports-minded guy, but
Yeah.
for like to kind of explain it, would be like you sitting down with a linebacker today. Like if there was a tendency that you were able to pick up on,
Sure.
you could be able to say, "Hey, I've done this time and time again. I've seen
Right.
it over and over and over."
Yep.
So watch that twitch, watch that movement right there, and be able to navigate through that.
Sure.
So with us, we take the perspective of what they're going through and say, "Okay, I've kind of dealt with something like that
Sure.
a little bit.
Yep.
This is how I combated it. This is how I went on." And as you share those personal experiences and that knowledge and that wisdom, they're like, dang, this guy's opening up to me as well. Why would I not open
Right.
up to him?
Absolutely.
And be able to walk through life
Yeah,
together.
and that's what it's all about,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, John, you brought in your young one here. Well, he's not that young, 19 years old.
Yep.
Jackson, what do you do for Operation Barnabas?
So I started out as the communications intern, lowest man
They
on the
made you
totem.
earn it.
Yeah,
right?
made me earn it, lowest
Nice.
man on the totem pole. They were gracious enough. I guess I did something right for long enough that they were gracious enough to give me the position of
Cool.
communications officer. And I realize now why my dad never actually sat down and wrote me out a proper job description, because my list of duties and roles and stuff I do when I do keeps changing. But mainly I'm in charge of communicating with veterans. So any crisis applications we get, I respond to any calls to the phone, voicemails, texts, whatever.
Okay.
I'm answering those and kind of triaging those. That's our big thing, is triage.
Cool.
So
Making sure they're going to the right spot.
yeah,
the voice of Barnabas.
I'm the voice
Nice.
of Barnabas, and
Good.
then also in recent weeks and months, as we've kind of taken a shift towards Fort Barnabas, I've kind of taken over more like marketing kind of role. So
Okay.
the pitch that gets sent to literally everyone, I think I hear it multiple times a day of send so-and-so the pitch, get their email.
Yeah.
So in charge of getting that information out and making sure whether it's the board that's up to date, we're getting stuff done in terms of we're working on our new website right now, getting
Cool.
stuff done for that. So just
Good.
kind of more like, what's a good
As they say in Boston, you're the smart kid out of the bunch. Basically, you're the smart one. That's good. We all need the smart kid to help
So
us out.
he's a very vital portion to what we do, because what Barnabas does, it's about a hand up, not a handout.
Right.
So, and in the world that we're living in today, you have to be able to navigate through that. Because here's the thing: if I could help everyone that needed help, we wouldn't have any problems, right? So
Right.
we're dealing with people. There's also people out there that are just looking for a handout.
Sure.
So what Jackson does is kind of navigates through them, and we have a grading criteria of walking through that
Yep.
and say, okay, this guy or this girl really, really does need help.
Yep.
They actually need help, and they want to put in the work to get better.
Yep.
This isn't someone that's calling every organization trying to get a handout.
Right.
They're
Right.
actually wanting to get better, because
Yep.
that's the thing that we've realized is you're going to run into people that don't necessarily want to put in the work to get the help to get to the point
No,
of
right.
being whole again.
Right. Absolutely. So he vets them out, basically.
Yes, and
Good, good.
It's a
That's a
very,
skill.
and it's hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard because he's hearing heart-wrenching stories day
Right.
in
Yeah,
and
of
day
course.
out.
Yeah.
And for a 19-year-old kid, man, that's
Yeah.
a
How do you
lot to take on.
differentiate, real quick, as we wrap out? How do you differentiate from the that want help and the ones that maybe want a handout?
So essentially, they send in a crisis application, same questions, just kind of basic, get to know you, give me an idea of your story. At that point, I kind of just at first glance, I'm either like, all right, this seems like a good one to chase, or like, not.
Yep.
So
Maybe not.
give them a phone call. If they don't pick up, leave a voicemail. In that phone call, I've got a list of additional questions that I made in a Google form that have point values attached to them.
Okay.
And essentially, the higher they are towards the point, so like stuff like, if it's a family, like if there's kids involved, like that's one we are heavily
Gotcha.
because we are big about family reunification.
Yep.
We're big about keeping
Keeping
families
them
together.
Yeah. Sure.
And so stuff like that is really big on our radar. So from there, it's just kind of discernment,
Yeah.
praying about it, and kind of getting that. You kind of learn to get a sixth sense of like, okay, this person seems legit. Okay, this person is just kind of after.
Sure.
And
All
so-
right. Great. John, you've done pretty good with this guy, huh?
Yes.
I like
Takes
it.
after his
You gotta
mama.
be proud. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
right.
understand.
I do. Well, listen, I'm really excited you guys are going to be part of the 5-minute salute, man. Having veterans like yourself just sitting here and telling their stories. And you know what? We'll network them all together and bring them right to Operation Barnabas, man, and help them out. All right?
Yes, sir.
Great to have you guys. All the best. Hey, make sure you check out their profiles. No doubt about it. IWantItBuzz.com. Help out Operation Barnabas if you can. And hey, if you have a veteran out there in need, make sure you look up Operation Barnabas so they can help out. No doubt about that. Until next time, y'all stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.